For today's cup of coffee, it was aliens. Was it aliens? It was aliens.
Aliens. Aliens.
And this comes from Mirror and is by Danni Scott and Jade Culver. Jade Culver, December the 5th of 2022. And it's only human to look out into the night sky and wonder if we're alone in the universe. But one man thinks he knows the answer and says he has not only met aliens, but fought in an intergalactic war also.
Okay.
It says, Russ Kellett has spent the last 30 years as a super soldier fighting in a war between different alien species. The 58-year-old has shared footage of what he claims is proof that there is life beyond Earth. Russ said, quote, I discovered the footage after doing a clear out of my files. It was late one evening and I went to put the bins out after finishing my tea when I suddenly spotted this giant red orb of light being chased by two fighter jets. The orb vanished into a cloud, with the fighter jets coming out the other side, but I never saw a red orb again. I decided to go back out and investigate with my camera, keeping my eyes on the skies as I walked towards the coast. I spotted the fighter jets again and realized they were heading towards what looked like 6 floating lights in the sky. I couldn't believe what I was seeing, end quote. The author from North Yorkshire, is a Yorkshire.
Just a Yorkshire.
Filmed the orbs above the Philly coast and watched the strange lights for almost 20 minutes. He theorizes that the alien spacecraft had come from a secret base below the North Sea. He continued, quote, I do think the aliens have a range of secret bases spread across the globe in the deepest depths of the ocean so that we as humans are unable to find them. So much has happened in the Philly Bay area when it comes to extraterrestrial sightings. It's really the only way that so many spaceships have been spotted. The sea base must be very close by for Philly to be such a hot spot, end quote. After his incredible sighting, Russ returned home where family members expressed concern about how long he had been gone. He said, quote, I thought I'd only been out for an hour, but my mom said it had been much longer than that. Thinking back, I could very well have been abducted that evening, being so close to what was happening. I don't remember it if I did get abducted, and do feel as though there was lost time that evening, but I guess I'll never know. Maybe something extraordinarily happened. Maybe it didn't. So he doesn't know where the hell he was. But I will not.
Much like all of us. We don't know shit about shit. Don't know where we are at any time.
Or what we're doing. But I will not be deterred from my mission to expose alien life. End quote.
Okay.
And
you do that, bud. You go on your mission.
In a previous interview with the Daily Star, Russ said, quote, I've been abducted at least 60 times. Well, if he couldn't remember it, how did he know?
That's a good question.
The first time was when I was 16, when I was traveling home on my motorbike. I went through a tunnel that I'd never seen before, and the next thing I knew, I was in what looked like a dentist surgery with 15-foot tall alien men that looked very much like Dracula without the sharp teeth surrounding me, end quote. Are shrooms legal over there? Is
that shrooms or is that acid?
Since the first abduction, he says he has faced
something else.
Multiple alien races in battles across Earth and in space, explaining that 4 hours here can equal 4 years in the spacecraft. Now, I don't know if it's how this article is written, but there's a lot of missing information here. And as far as discovered what footage when he was clearing out his files. Files in what? Files in the camera? Files like a filing drawer? Files on his computer? What?
Explain. Elaborate.
Right. And then it says, late one evening I went to put bins out. What the hell does that have to do with clearing out the files? Unless it was literally physical files.
That must have been it.
And then as far as this giant red orb, okay, how is that proof? What proof? Where's the proof? I want receipts.
Did they not show, like, pictures on that?
They showed dude in some kind of tie-dye shirt.
Did you click on the thing, on the picture, and actually make sure? Like...
Yes, there was no film, no footage, no nothing on the article.
Well, I think that's some
the article will be in the description box. The link will be in there.
The proof.
That's what I'm saying. And as far as now, do I believe that there's secret bases across the globe? Yes, I do, including underwater. Yes, I do. But now, as far as Russ taking part in this, I don't know. The way this is written, I have lots of questions.
There ain't no proof that I'm just like y'all. You off your rocker, dude. That's like the person that carved the Satan is alive in my toast. Satan
when did this happen?
It's been a while ago, years. Satan is alive in burnt toast. And so then the face of Jesus in toast.
Wait. So the words was
carved into this.
Did it mean Satan was in the toast? Or
Satan is alive. Possessed toaster. Amityville toaster.
And it's like, if he can't remember, and then
put a piece of bread in, you get a hand.
So does he remember or does he not remember? And he's not the only one that I have heard over the years as far as fighting in these intergalactic wars. And basically, when you hear these people talk about this,
are you good, dude?
It's sitting there.
Did you take your medicine?
You're really. It's them sitting there.
Are you off your medicine? Do you need to go back on your meds? Are you okay?
They are imagining these things. There's no proof.
You need a psychiatrist?
I mean, they're saying that they're doing these things on a spiritual level, and I don't know whether they are or whether they're not.
Yeah.
But when you've got random person that on this planet basically is just random person. Was it NPC? Is that what they are?
NPC, yeah, background character.
And you gotta wonder, it would be very easy to create a fantasy that they were doing some kind of wonderful thing to save the planet, the galaxy, the whatever.
Yeah. Those are the ones that snap.
Yeah. They really are.
And then they become the villain.
Yeah, sometimes. And we're not saying that Russ is going to become a villain. We're just simply saying that there's lots of holes in this story as it was written. And it could be the reporter's fault. It could be Russ didn't elaborate on some of the claims that he was making because...
Should have went into more detail.
Yeah. If you're saying you've been abducted for 60 times... And then it says, I don't remember. You would have
like a shit ton of evidence.
What? Yeah, and what kind of evidence? If they were doing dentistry, did he go to a dentist and find out whether or not he had strange things that had occurred to him?
I had a dream that I had pink light bulbs falling on top of me. Did that actually happen? No. But do I think that's reality? I know.
Did you really have that dream?
Yeah, that was the part that I crashed into. Like that, the road was like closing in on itself, and like I was in like this car. Mm-hmm. I was chasing after somebody, but I was in this car, and it was like this. Went into this like, it was like a sandy-looking rocky mountain thing on the road, but the road was closing in on itself. Like it was a road going in. Like to nothing. Like it was literally like an end of a road, but for some reason no sign, and cars just piled up. And
that sounds like a Junji Ito something. It really does.
And that's when I was like the fifth car that wrecked in front of like the other cars.
Okay, so, you saw them stopped. Why didn't you stop?
Because I didn't see them until it was too late.
Okay.
Because it was a blind curve where it was.
Okay. That's why you don't speed around blind curves. So where did the light bulbs come from?
I don't know. It was in the car that I got in. It was boxes upon boxes, and I just saw it was just falling on top of me.
That is just as valid as the story. It really is.
But that didn't happen.
Right.
I know that's not reality, but I can tell you it vividly. Now, damn it! If you can recount, what's the word for it?
Recollect.
Yeah.
Recall
something vividly, with great detail, like a dream. You can damn well remember that.
Well, and that is one of the things. Now, do I believe in alien abduction? Absolutely. And that is one of the main things with this. These people do not often have memory of the abduction. This is where with hypnosis and different things, sometimes something will trigger the memories. But there's also often more evidence. And especially if dude was abducted 60 times.
You would think he would remember something from those 60 times.
Right, because when you listen to some of the stories of these people that seem very, very credible, Travis Walton, he's the one we always go back to, because God love him, that man was traumatized. And if you watch him speak, he is just looking off. That is typical PTSD. That man is still reliving that nightmare over and over and over.
Mm-hmm.
And that wasn't just missing time for him, it was missing time for all of them. Plus he had witnesses.
Yeah. They saw him.
Yeah.
Well,
they thought he was dead.
They saw him, yeah.
When the light zapped him, it's like, damn. And he was gone for days.
Zapped him up.
Yeah. So he's a very credible one. There's quite a few credible ones out there. Like I said, he's always the first one. There's no question about what happened to Jade.
Yeah.
And Russ may have been abducted. But this article does not do him any justice. Even as far as going through his files.
No.
But I thought it was interesting that he threw in there, it's like, I was doing this after tea. That is a purely British thing to do.
Oh, Lord help.
So there's lots of questions. He
just got bored and decided to call the news channel.
That could be. And that they decided because this...
it's low on...
Yeah, we're low on the weirdness because... No, we're not low on weirdness. We're low on paranormal, our normal type of weirdness. Because there's weirdness... Oh, shit. This amount of garbage that I have to read through. And this bullshit about Harry and... What is her name? Meghan Merkel... Whatever.
I don't care about that.
I don't know. I am so... If I have to see those people's names, there's days I'm like, I'm going to scream. But you have to scroll through all that shit to try to find something that's interesting. To me, that is not interesting. It may be something that somebody's living to, I don't know, live vicariously.
It's apparently something that interests you if you're able to give it as an example.
It's because it's everywhere. When you, like I said, when you're scrolling through something and there's like 20, and I'm not, that's not hyperbole. I can go through there and count.
Oh, yeah.
That it's there. And your eyes just automatically, you just read. And it's like, my God. And it goes on for days and weeks and months.
That's how the news is. That's how it is. So that is just how media has always been.
But as far as sources to find the things that we normally report on, those sources are using the same sources that we're using. So I just cut out the middlemen. I really did.
Okay.
I have some unusual sources. I really do.
Okay, I get it.
But, yeah. Yeah. But Russ, God love him. I hope that he is, if he be doing substances, and we are not saying yay nor nay on that, he could at least be honest about it.
Yeah.
I've talked to some...
I don't got an opinion on it.
I have had some really interesting online discussions about people about DMT and different substances like that, and their experiences fascinate me. But they've got better stories of what they did than Russ. God love him. Somebody go and find Russ and love on him and pat him on the head and tell him it'll be okay.
Don't find him. Don't dox him.
No, I'm not saying,
Don't actually find him.
Just go.
Don't actually find him.
Go. He just needs some love. Go have a cup of tea with him. Ask him if he's okay. If you can do anything for him, and that's it. No, don't dox anybody. That's a shitty thing to do. That is somebody that would do that to somebody needs to be taken out and horsewhipped.
If you see him on the street, you can say something. Don't go to his house.
No, if you just see him in the house, ask him if he wants to go to the pub, buy him a beer. I think y'all have pints over there or whatever.
Yeah.
He needs a friend.
Apparently he needs some sort of attention. He's not got it for years.
Yeah.
His dad walked out to get some milk.
Never came back.
Mom went somewhere else. Who knows?
The aliens got it.
Yeah.
God. Abduction stories, to be legitimate, and like I said, I have read and heard bunches for years. This one does not have the appearance of legitimacy at all. And like I said, if somebody's like, Orlando, I know Russ. He is a fine, upstanding human being. Everything that he has said is God's honest truth. I have no problem with that.
Okay. Can we see some proof?
Yeah, I mean, that's all that...
That's it.
It's like he's got an implant in both ears. Okay.
Where's the proof? Do we got x-rays of it?
I thought it was interesting that there was a doctor that used to remove implants. And he died suddenly, and this was before certain injections.
Ain't that convenient?
Oh yeah, that and like the holistic doctors, that there were a spate of them that mysteriously died. Oh, that was before 2019.
Yeah.
Not that, it was like within a couple of years. Mm-hmm. There were people keeping tabs.
We ain't gonna get on that.
I'm just saying.
We ain't gonna get on that.
That's proof.
We ain't gonna get on that.
But for somebody
Reel it back. Ain't that deep. This is possibly crazy. Ain't that deep.
But it's one of those, for the doctor who was removing the implants to wind up dead, you've got to wonder. That's beyond conspiracy.
Mom, we were talking about a man who can't recall that he got abducted 47 50 11th time. And then he got abducted last Tuesday, but cannot remember anything that happened.
And it's like it was after he had smoked this very strange bowl of something.
A very strange bowl, and then ate the entire carrot cake that was sitting in the trash for about 3 weeks. Because it was there.
Oh, God. Yes, a little bit of, ergot poisoning.
Yes.
You too can be a werewolf. So, if you've had experiences...
Food poisoning, it's an amazing drug.
Hey, there are certain kinds of molds, honestly. There was this old lady that would eat certain types of lettuces that had grown certain kinds of molds. Do not eat moldy stuff that she said made her high. She was on Johnny Carson years ago.
Yeah, I think she died.
Probably.
I don't know. I heard about someone's, they were in, jail, as a kid. Uh-huh. They also went to jail with the Slenderman girls.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So anyway, this one girl, not any of the Slenderman girls, whatever, but some other one was like, "Y'all want to see how I get high on these peels?" She put the peels under their they put the peels under their pillowcase for a long time. It was mold, and they were all sucking on the mold, and one of them got so sick. One of them about died. They got so sick.
Natural selection.
Yeah, they're like, what the fuck happened here? And they didn't say shit.
I went through AA with these people that had been through actual rehab, and they were talking about smoking dried banana peels. I don't even know. That and putting toothpaste on.
I think it was orange peels.
Cigarettes. and letting that dry and smoking it. Do not try any of this stuff.
It was either banana peels, orange peels, or lemon peels.
All that stuff is good for is fruitcake. Not the banana peels. Those are bitter. But the other stuff, it's just fruitcake. I don't know. Don't know what that had to do with Russ. We went on a tangent because I didn't take my Stratera.
I'm trying to reel you back, and you're pulling me further. You're pulling me away.
All right, then.
I'm trying to reel you back for once.
Stratera works, but it only works.
I took it today.
I didn't take mine.
Up your dosage. It's not working.
I didn't take it today. If you've had experiences with the paranormal, supernatural, encounters
she
with
wants to get on to
UFOs,
me.
aliens,
She wants to get on to me about taking my medication.
You can send us an email, cupofcoffeewithscream@gmail.com. Email address and the link to the article will be in the description box. Like I said, if you know Russ, be kind to him. He needs some kindness.
If you see him on the street, be kind to him.
Yes.
Don't go up to his house. You know the spiel already. Dude, if you like this video, don't forget to like, share, comment, and if you... whatever the fuck else I say. Subscribe. And don't forget to click that notification button for daily notifications of our daily uploads.
Share the confusion and mirth with people in your life. Yes. Other people
Sucking on a banana peel. That's got me fucked up.
There's worse things. Anyhow,
whatever the fuck it was.
Know that you are loved, and we'll see you on the next.
How much fucked on today's daily dose of how much fucked up is fucked up? That's fucked up.
Bye.
Oh, you got me fucked.